Hello, my audience. I keep wanting to say my glorious sauce, blah 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 blah. Hello and welcome. This your big only sis, Carter, never met with yet another podcast with my glorious co-host. Now, everyone, take your bows.
Greetings and salutations. How is everybody doing? I am Erica Ironblood. I could be your angel, but I'd rather be your devil. I hope everyone has had a wonderful first month of the new year, and it is slowly coming to a close.
Mm-hmm.
And also, from what I understand, we are going to have 2 Friday the 13th this year.
Oh yeah, 2 Friday 13th, hell yeah. Alright. Bissell?
Howdy everyone, Abyssal Tech here. Your probably the least favorite tech support you might have, but I'm here. What you got?
Alright. And Alex. Alex?
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, in that case, we will get to, Alex when the time comes, I suppose. But, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost the end. Actually, what's today's date? Yeah, okay.
It's the 30th.
Yeah, it is.
31st.
Yeah, it is almost the end of this month, and yes, I hope you've all had a fantastic month for the beginning of this year, which, by the way, this is the year.
I feel like I have both gotten a lot done, but also not hardly any progress at all.
But this is the year of the horse, meaning make sure to get your centaur waifus ready to celebrate and praise. But
what is with all that? Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Sorry, I was thinking aloud.
Yes. But anywho,
There's free 10 pulls in Uma Musume right now, so
Ooh.
yes, I am getting my horse girl waifus ready. So.
hell yeah. But anywho. Now, first and foremost, I hope everyone is ready for next month, which is February, the month of love. For all those who have a boyfriend or girlfriend, make sure that you give them something. And a little advice, gentlemen, if your girlfriend / wife says, you don't have to give me anything, that's code for you better get her something, or you'll be sleeping on the fucking couch, you dumbass. Abyssal?
I don't actually give my wife anything in this month in February.
Oh.
We do Valentine's Day the Japanese style, where she does something for me on Valentine's Day, and 1 month later I have to do something for her.
Oh, okay then. I was kind of expecting, you would back me up on the whole, when a woman says something, it's usually the opposite, and kind of a little joke.
Oh no, that is 120% true.
The problem with White Day in Japan is that some women will treat it as if it's an investment, and be like, okay, I'm going to give this guy this quality of chocolate, and I assume he's going to give me an even better gift, maybe a designer purse or something, and then just get disappointed when either they're not in the same company, same department anymore, or he was transferred to a different a different branch or something, or they break up.
Okay, Erica, put the shoujo manga down.
Oh, okay.
But anywho, yes, ladies and gentlemen, let us get started with today. But first and foremost, let us talk about the anime of the day. And this is one that Erica has been bashing me on the fucking head with all fucking week. And that is...
Can you display the
I did.
the
Oh,
screen?
right. I forgot to
Main
do...
screen turn
Yeah,
on.
I forgot the shindig.
Green on. Channel Manga card there.
There we go. I see what you did there.
Alright.
Okay, there you go. Yes. Now continue. Okay.
That's Hollow Hunger. That's the theme for season 4. Personally, I really like Veracity from season 3. I am very crazy and sure no one can ever stop me. Anyway, so Overlord is a isekai. I know people are like probably hearing isekai and be like, oh fuck, here we go again. It is, I personally call it a double isekai because it's a guy that's trapped in his game world, his game avatar, but his entire like game self, he's the guild master of one of the greatest guilds in the deep dive and massive multiplayer online game, Yggdrasil. So he's trapped in the game world, but this dungeon, guild hall, essentially, has been transported to a different world. So that's why I consider it a double isekai, because he is isekai'd into the world of the game, and everyone in the game is isekai'd into this world.
There's isekaiception.
Basically, all the NPCs and stuff are now living, breathing people with their own like personalities, their own drives, their own emotions and stuff, but they are all like devoted to Manga, who is the guild master of Einzulgon. Eventually, he decides, call me Einzulgon, where, you know, which is actually a ploy because he thinks maybe one of his friends, one of his comrades, guild mates, made it with him in this world, and he's hoping to reconnect with them by spreading the name of Einzulgon throughout the world. That's actually mostly mid-third season, I think, and then it onward is what his plan is. The first season is trying to get an understanding of how the fuck this world works, and then he gets a little bit of a reality check that there are people with world items. They're essentially bitch-ass powerful magic items that can fuck reality.
Take with gravity.
They're the user's bitch. And it's like, okay, we gotta be more careful. And then season 2 is essentially we need to be more careful. Okay, we have some conflicts, but everything. Okay, fuck, we need to topple a fucking criminal empire or take control of a criminal empire. Then season 3, they're like, okay, let's. I think the workers part was mostly they were wanting to test Nasr's security system or security protocol, something like that. And then so this is based off of a light novel, which we will actually mention. Fuck. I forgot. I forgot one of my yeah. It's a very awesome anime. I fucking love it. I've been rewatching it recently, and I'm buying the light novels. Anyway, I'll talk more about it later because I also selected the light novel for one of my picks. So, yeah, watch it.
And
watch
again,
Overlord. Don't be like Kala, who was mining for diamonds and quit right before she got that vein full of it.
Like I said, she's been bashing me over the head with it, watching, like, come on, just watch it. I'm just saying, insist upon it, Silverlord. Insist upon it.
She got to the Carton Village part and was like, okay, this is just some overpowered guy. whatever. I don't know. I'm like, wow. Wow, that's like reading Lord of the Rings, and you're like, why are they spending so many years in the Shire? This is boring.
Okay.
And this time
Anywho.
so.
Oh yeah.
Anywho, so today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is manga you should read. Now, we decided that we were going to go with either the past or the present. I can't really say future because, well, I mean, but yes. Now,
I mean, you could probably be reading it in Japanese before it's released in the States.
yeah, but, anywho, the point here is, these are the mangas that we have picked out that we believe that you should give a looky to and check out because they are either A, good, B, deserve to be praised, or C, they are probably, if not, could be the next best thing, or D, they just really feel good. I mean, and it might not be the next big thing, but the things that you should read because, well, it's just a really awesome story. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, when it comes to me at least, I've seen a couple of you guys, some of them, but I am going with the ones that don't have a anime adaptation. That way it's more so, hey, check this out. Now, granted, one that I do have is going to have an anime adaptation. But, with that being said and done, let us get this party started.
The system is down. The system
is down.
Anywho, so, yes. So, anywho. First, this is, let me make it a bit more bigger. Now, my pick is called Kagura to Ratio. Now, this is a really good manga. It is awesome. This is a 2025 shonen series that came out last year, in case when I said 2025 wasn't obvious to you. But anywho, it is an action fantasy manga, and it was created by Lettuce Toru and Mashu Toru. Now, here's the thing. First and foremost, we got this tall, mommy dummy, right, who is a samurai girl named Kogoro. And she has a childhood friend who is a thunder demon, and he is clearly based on the yokai thunder demon with the drums. I think there's a reference in Demon Slayer 2. But you see, that's just one teeny tiny itty bitty thing. So, Kagura is a human, and Ratio here is what is called a Ninyu, which is a race that are basically demons. They're not human, and they are looked down upon, and, well, it's your typical racism bad type deal. But you see, when she was a child, she was told to, basically keep mastering the sword. She really didn't like that idea. She wanted to be like other kids. And so she went over to the far side of the fence, and that's where she came across Ratio when they were kids. And, well, they hit it off, became buddies, and then, well, when they became adults, I'm not going to spoil it too much because I want you guys to read it. But all you need to know is when they became adults, the head honcho leader guy didn't like that idea, and so Kagura's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And her and Ratio are traveling the world, and I absolutely love it. Now, honestly, it doesn't feel fast, like, I forgot what that other manga was called, like Ito of the Flame. Like, sadly, that manga did seem interesting, but it was going way too fast because, well, when the character said, hey, let's go to place, well, the next chapter they were already at place. So it's no, let's walk to it.
One moment, I am needing to do something. I'll be right back.
Okay, then I'll talk a little bit longer then. But, But no. Basically, she, as I was saying, she again is friends with a Ninyu, who again is a race of basically demons slash yokai, and they are treated absolutely poorly. And also the reason why they are well, again, I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but there is a very not special, but a big reason as to why humans hate Yu. And even though we see that Kogra is like, hey, yeah, I know that can happen, but you know, that's okay, because I'm still going to treat this guy like my best friend, especially since I was his only friend, her only friend. And basically, the themes here are forbidden friendship, social prejudices, and it's an action-driven plot. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I hated one of the latest chapters because we got this really sweet, awesome character, and sadly, something had to happen. I'm not gonna spoil it, but guys, do read this. I forgot the exact amount of chapters it has, but this is something that is by all means worth your time. The animation, bleh. The art style is good, the characters are fun, the world building is interesting, and yeah, it does have that cliche of, friendship from different races and society hates other race, but it's still fun, and it deserves all the respect. Now, with that being said and done, I hope Erica's wasn't next. Let's see. Oh, no. Abysso, this was you, correct?
Yes. Spillet Cocktail Nights. I've actually covered this one on a previous podcast way back. I think, I can't remember if we were even out of the single digits. But this one is a magical girl one, where you have the Cocktail Knights, which are magical girls who go around fighting creatures called stressmen that people are turning into for weird when they get overly too stressed out. Something that I'm sure a lot of us can do and kind of get.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the main magical girl is actually best friends with this one dude, and for some reason she's disguising herself as a guy in school. Still not sure why on that. But he ends up recognizing her as the magical girl because she happens to have quite the caboose. Yes, imagine your secret identity gets uncovered because you're packing too much in the back of your pants.
Giggity.
Yeah. But anyway, I like it. It's a very good series. A lot of it's kind of the magical girl slice of life stuff, but there's a few with a bit of fan service thrown in. But there's a few where they actually talk about the stress. What's actually when one guy gets stressed out. It was a very good storyline. I highly recommend it. And I know it was running in like Shonen Jump, I think, for a while, but then it got canceled. So I don't know if it's still being put out or not. I haven't found it. So yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, that's it.
Yep.
Alright. Next is...
Quick question, did you skip mine because I was taking
Oh,
too long,
no. Abysso was actually the second one.
Okay, just wanting to double check.
Oh, no. I wouldn't... like, if I did, I would be like, okay, well, let's go back to you, then... But no. Abysso, funny enough, was the next one. But I believe this is Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Alex?
I don't know if he's back yet. He's still muted.
Wait. Oh,
What
oh,
happened?
huh. Okay, I hope everything is okay. Well, if need be, hopefully he does come back. I'll just come back, get back to him. So, the time being.
Alright.
Okay,
Alright, so this is
Erica.
Happy Sugar. So this is Happy Sugar Life. It does have an anime adaptation, but it was distributed by Amazon Prime, so not a lot of. Essentially, that's a death sentence for any anime like being well known in the West. Essentially, nobody buys Amazon Prime to watch the movies or anything, or let alone anime. So,
Yeah.
and also it means there's probably not going to be a physical release. Anyway, but the reason I chose the manga is the art style is really awesome. Something that they managed to translate a bit in the anime, but it's even better. Its art style is just way better in the manga. Also, there are some side stories, some little bits and pieces that I assume either weren't in the anime because they kind of didn't really advance the plot, like Sato essentially convincing this woman to essentially stop doing I assume an MLM or something. Basically, there was like this woman who came to her door and be like, "Do you know what the secret of love is?" And she was like doing one of those MLM spiels, and Sato's like, "No, that is not love. This is love." And she's like, "Anyway, you're doing love wrong, so you should probably stop." And she's like, "Oh, wow." And then there's some other parts where I'm definitely certain it was just for time constraints, because there's like extended versions of scenes in the manga that make certain events even more fucked up. Like in this one scene involving Sato's aunt, and yeah, no, I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, it's a really fun read. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to find physical copies, or because, again, not a lot of people knew about it, or kind of were put off because the cast is it's a slice of life manga, but it's also very dark, very bitter, which is funny because Sato means sugar, and she also hates bitter things. But yeah, fun manga.
That's one thing Japan does really well. That contrast where you have darker subjects mixing with some positive things.
I think that's the Gap Moe.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's continue. And yes. Now, this manga right here. Now, this is called Galaxius. Alright, I hope to God I said that name correctly. And what you need to know is, what was that? I heard, did
I
you...
think we got Alex back.
Oh, Alex,
Oh,
I'm glad you're back. Alright, Alex, once I'm done with my, thing, I'll go back to yours, alright?
Alright.
I hope you're okay, by the way.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just, I had to wake up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just glad you're okay. But anywho. So, as I said, this is called Galaxius, and I'm gonna be honest with you, going by what several individuals are saying, I don't really believe it full-heartedly, but this could very well be, quote-unquote, the next big thing. Again, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. However, a lot of people, or at least two people that I actually value's opinion, state that this is basically One Piece, but with dragon stuff. And the reason being is because there's like this whole thing of, dreams and I don't want to spoil too much. All you need to know is the blue-haired girl there named Gio, Jio. Yes, yes, to any JoJo fans out there. Yes, haha, funny. But she has a dream of going on a big adventure. And well, basically the thing is, in her world, all the big things have already been seen, said, and done. AKA the One Piece has been found, and there's nothing else to do. But she doesn't care.
Too late to explore, too late to explore the world, or too early to explore outer space.
Yeah, but she doesn't care, because she wants to see it for herself. And in all fairness, that's kind of relatable in a sense, because, like, yeah, sure, Japan exists and everyone goes there, but I haven't gone to Japan, so, But anywho, she then meets this Dragonborn known as Nereid, I believe that's how you say the name anyway. Basically, he's this mysterious dragon dude who has a dragon tail. And by the way, I love that the creator has these unique tails. Each tail can tell you what kind of dragon they are, or just give you a hint. There's like this coral dragon, a kangaroo dragon, and it's basically, if there's an idea, that dragon is made. And so he, again, there's a bit of a mystery, although he is wanted by the head honchos, because again, mystery, I don't want to spoil it too much. But though he is also accompanied by one of my favorite characters, and I'm not going to spoil it too much, I'm just going to say his design is really cool. And also he's based on a yokai, and I'm surprised it's not a tanuki. It's actually based on the shape-shifting badger. But overall though...
Wait, wasn't that in a Kid Rock song?
What?
Eh?
I did it all for Tanuki.
Oh god. Anywho. So, as I was saying though, but no, this could be the next best thing. The action is pretty cool, pretty great. The characters are awesome. The story, again, well, yes, for the sake of simplicity, the One Piece has already been found, but there's already a new mystery, and that is who the hell this guy is, and also the mystery of what's going on in the world. And honestly, this could be a really, I'm not gonna say the next best thing, but this could be something that's pretty good. I highly recommend reading the chapters. Again, I forgot how many chapters there are, but it's still ongoing. And it looks promising. The character designs look good, and also, I hate bringing this up, but if you are squeamish, not a tourist in particular, mind you, but if you are squeamish of fan service, well, there's really no fan service in this, so it's safe. I hate using that fucking word, but you get the idea. But anywho.
It's something you could read in public, in other words.
Yeah, there you
No
go.
worries.
Yeah, there you go. You can read it in public, and you don't gotta worry about boing boing. But with that being said, let me just
There's a guy named Demon King recommending the Demon King's daughter is too kind.
Oh yes.
I've seen some clips of Demon King's daughter, the anime, and that actually looks pretty wholesome.
Yeah, it's wholesome as hell. It is wholesome. But
Just don't show her to Freerin, mind you.
But anywho, Alex, take the stage.
Hello?
Sorry, just getting my thoughts together.
Aight.
You guys tell me what you think about the cover page.
The cover page looks pretty cool.
I've
Well,
never seen someone I've never seen someone synchronize their hair color with their weapon color so well.
but yeah, World Embryo. That's,
Uh,
what is it about?
it's I don't know. It's mostly about basically like a organization that fights these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
People transform into these creatures and stuff like that, and the organization fights them off by using their weapons that they can summon to. Well, it's kind of more like a transformation, really. They kind of have like the same powers as the creatures, but they're more in control of them, so like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the main character kind of gets caught up in all of this. And I can't remember if it was like it's been a while since I actually read this. It's I can't remember if it was like he got caught up in this because of the girl he was taking care of. Oh yeah, there's apparently a girl that he finds, and he basically is taking care of her and stuff like that. I think this happens after or before his friend, one of his friends, his best friend, basically, because he finds out that he's actually part of the said organization fighting monsters and stuff, and he ends up basically saving the main character, but he ends up dying though, and the main character ends up essentially taking his place. He kind of seemed like he was the main character when I first started reading it, but I guess it was one of those. What you call it? I don't know the proper name of it.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, I mean, this kind of the whole deal is basically taking care of this girl that has a connection with the creatures and stuff like that. And also kind of figuring out like where these creatures are technically coming from. A long history of stuff that's how do I say this? It's basically like a mystery thing that's going on, something about the past that has to do with the creatures, of course, and also I guess the main character dealing with his own issues, as well as some of the other characters dealing with their either their trauma or their or just like I guess stuff from the past and whatnot.
Mm.
And there actually is a twist in this manga, but I won't say what it is. But I can't say I was really particularly like enthused by it, or I couldn't decide whether or not I liked it or not. But I thought it was like interesting, and it kind of did make sense in a way. But I'm not sure. But I guess I'm not sure about the implications about it. I guess.
Right. To be fair, I think I will try to give this one a shot. You do have me intrigued.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't really sell it very well.
You did your best. But anywho, alright then. So let me do.
Jump around.
Alright, episode.
Yes. Kumudaska Naiwa. So, this one is another isekai series that, while it does have an anime, however, I will say that the anime is slop tier CGI for a lot of the monsters, which makes it hard to watch at times.
I disagree. I think that the 3D is the best part of the show. The 2D is the worst part of the show.
We're gonna have to fight then, but yeah. Yeah, the manga. If you if you started out with this series reading the manga, and then you see what they did to some of the monsters in the oh, it hurts. It hurts. Uh, but yes, good series. The manga is still going around. The light novels aren't complete, so although it leaves plenty of room for sequels and side stories. Basically, a Japanese high school class is sent to another world where they are all reborn in various forms, and the most popular girl in the school, in the class, is reborn as a lowly spider in the most dangerous dungeon in the entire world. So,
Was she the most popular one? I can't remember.
yes, she was the most popular, but the uh, yeah, she's reborn as a spider, and basically her life is on hard mode from almost then on.
Also, hi Aisha. Continue, before
Hey,
getting to
Aisha.
interrupt you.
So anyway, the initial storyline kind of tosses the first season or the first volume as well. Kind of tosses up between her as a spider running around and a group of the other students who are finding themselves in a rather sticky situation. In that all kinds of stuff is going to hell.
And a handbasket.
And by the end of that, you realize, though, that the bit with the other students takes place quite a bit further in the future than our main heroine's story. And the rest of the season, a good chunk of the rest of the story is just catching up between the past and the present.
I see. To be fair, I did get this anime, like, season 1 a chance. I didn't see season... Wait, was there season 2?
There is not a season 2.
Okay.
Like I said, the anime does not do it the justice I think it really deserves.
You know what?
Like,
In all fairness, I
the-
do kind
the-
of get that. Because, like, there's been too many... Sometimes the manga did better than the, anime itself, or sometimes, like, it's like, the anime will leave out, an important piece, or they just skip this entirely. It's like, but that would have been interesting. That would have been cool. But anywho, sorry, finish.
Oh yes, it's like I said, I'm a real big fan of the art style they used for the manga. It really kind of conveys a lot of the characters pretty well. This is also, this is also a nice one because you can read it in public. There is not big bouncing boobies all over the place, like in a good chunk of my reading list.
Yes, it's wholesome chungus.
Uh,
I mean, boobs are wholesome chunkus too, you know?
Yes.
They're good for babies.
Alright, now, Alex. Wait, hold on, I didn't skip. Wait, I didn't skip.
Just,
No, I did. Okay.
just a disclaimer: if you do decide to watch the anime, or if you decide to read the manga, just know that the anime kind of does the human and spider story back to back. But
That's
the manga does the spider story first, then the human story. So whichever. Yeah,
so
whichever one.
they do that in the light novels. I can't. God, I haven't. It's been such a long time since I read that part of the manga that I can't remember if they also do like run the stories concurrently. But they do it in the light novel.
I think it was mostly the spider story that they were doing before they did the human side.
Well, anywho, Alex, it is your go. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of intrigued. Like, of all the Pokemon manga to read, what makes this one the, wowie zowie?
Oh, well, I thought, and it was hard to actually find this because I was under the impression it was called Pokemon Adventures still. But no, Pokemon Adventures is actually the English title. The title for this one's called Pokemon Special. So it basically covers the games, but like in kind of like its own continuity for the comics stuff like that. But it basically goes through the game. So you got the first. So basically you have in the first volume just essentially red, blue, and green and stuff like that. And you have all the stars from those versions stuff like that. Of course, green is not a actual version. But and also there's also a little bit of confusion between the the names. So I think in Japanese, Blue, the girl trainer, she's supposed to be green, and then Gary's supposed to be blue. So it's really confusing, but essentially it's going over Red's journey and stuff to be a Pokemon master essentially. I particularly like the manga because I wanted to start reading it due to the fact that I remember watching a video from Lost Pause where he was talking about the really the really over the top scenes in Pokemon Special, like for instance, I think it was which form was it? Charmeleon dicing
Arbok.
fucking
Arbok.
Arbok?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that scene, and like what was funny. I don't mean to derail for a second, but what's funny is, you watch Pokemon, you're like, oh, look at cute and friendship and blah blah blah. The manga is a bit dark. Motherfuckers will die.
I don't think I saw anybody die in particular. Everyone was kind of alive, but Pokemon, jeez, the Pokemon are kind of like either like dicing each other up or like eviscerating each other and whatnot. There was like some crazy long scenes. There's one scene with a zombie Psyduck. Yeah, and I think there was also there was the scene with Blue where she's fighting one of Team Rocket, and apparently Sabrina's part of Team Rocket, which I thought was kind of like, what? That happened. And there was a scene where she was fighting Sabrina's, I think it was like her Abra. No, not her Abra. What was the second form of
Kadabra.
Alexam?
Kadabra.
Kadabra, yeah. She was fighting Kadabra, and there was a scene where Kadabra like shreds Blue's shirt or her dress, and she was hiding Pokeballs exactly where her breasts were. So that was I mean, it was a clever ploy, but I was like my eyes almost bolted out of my sockets. I was like, although the version when I had first started reading it was the I think I was like the Fizz version. So that means stuff was like censored. So that scene where her shirt gets shredded, yeah, it was like covered up, and I was like vehemently confused. I was like confused. I was like, so what happened there? Because her shirt was fine, and I was like, look, like, I don't get it. What happened? And that's when I kind of realized it was censored. And there's like a lot more censored scenes in this manga too. At least for the Viz version and stuff. There was a scene later on where one of the characters gets smacked, but they censored it, so it's just like instead of them falling back because they got smacked, it was just like their hand was just like not raised, at all after the smack, so it just looked like they just fell back for some reason. The breeze slightly blew them off, and I was like, this looks really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like an implication of like one of the characters' dad like being kind of a piece of shit, and he almost like kills him. But instead of that happening, it's like, oh no, he was actually trying to save him. And I was like, really? Like, why would you? So why would you do that? Like that's really confusing if you know the original context of what's going on.
Yeah. And also, I just
Turns out
want
the
to say,
dad was actually evil.
say, I do love the one manga. It costs a lot, but I love the manga that has Jesse and James just settle down. That's how the anime should have ended. I'm sorry, but that ending was just crap in my opinion.
I think that's the Pokemon Pikachu Tail one.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
Is kind of like the anime with Ash and stuff like that. Misty is also in this too, and so is Brock, but they're mostly like their their roles as like gym leaders and stuff, which they actually came to team up and whatnot when Team Rocket was trying to cause some trouble. Also, there's a really cool thing in here where there's an Eevee that's been experimented on to essentially transform between the different evolutions and stuff like that.
Oh my fucking god, I remember that there was this one Pokemon OC that was literally a mutated Eevee that had bits and pieces of every one of its possible evolutions. And it was just like, yeah, it was did not enjoy its
Yeah.
existence, basically.
Yeah, it was basically kind of like forcing it was kind of being forced to like transform stuff. Eventually Red later on does use this EV, but he uses it via the I forget what they're called, the stones or something like that.
Yeah, stones, yes. Water stone, fire stone.
Yeah, he uses them to basically help it transform and stuff like that. So it has a little bit more control over it now.
Nice. Alright,
Yeah.
now then.
So I'll end off here basically because I feel like I was mostly talking about the censored and uncensored stuff. But I like this manga because it's Pokemon, but like Pokemon with a lot of like. It feels like Pokemon if it had like JoJo kind of strats going on. Like they use their Pokemon in very unique ways to where it's very exciting to read and stuff like that. And I feel that if I have to get an anime for it, I would totally watch it. I wish this had an anime because I would totally watch this whole thing go down. I want to see the Elite Four try to murder Red.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Essentially take over the world.
Alright, Erica, it's your turn.
Alright, so this is Overlord, the light novel. Fun fact, so I recently learned that there is also a web novel version of this. There are many differences between the web novel. Mainly, the main one is certain characters did not exist in the original web novel. Like Albedo and her sisters did not exist. And the reason the author created them for the light novel and onward was so that there was better reason for Ainz, Momonga, to not be in the tomb of Nazarick. Well, basically, so yeah, it's a light novel series. Shocker, an isekai anime that's based on a light novel. It's a joke, because a lot of isekai are based off of light novels. That's the reason why there's like an oversaturation of them. And anyway, so there are times when the reason I would recommend reading the light novel is there are many times when the anime just feels more like the theatrical cut of Peter Jackson's original Lord of the Rings trilogy from like the 2000s. Essentially, the one where you see it in theaters, not the extended cut that you buy on DVD, where it like takes up huge DVD cases in order to watch like 8 or 9 hours worth of film.
I think it's like 4 hours.
I was guesstimating like the entire, like all 3 movies, since they essentially shot all 3 in one go, basically.
You can finish the whole series in one day, basically.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're a lot longer. Each movie is a lot longer than the version you got to see in the movie theater. And then at other times, the anime feels like Ralph Bakshi's adaptation of Lord of the Rings, where they basically tried to take 2 books and crunch them together, squish them together, and fit them in a 1980s movie length, and also had for some reason a weird obsession with rotoscoping, which makes sense because the CGI in Overlord, the anime of Overlord, can range from okay, this is good, to what am I looking at? What the fuck?
I don't think any CGI is going to be as bad as that one anime.
Yeah, but like there's some times where it's just like, you could have just animated this. You didn't need to do this.
No, they probably didn't have time to.
Yeah, or they were just really cheap.
No, the 3D is actually expensive.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, you could say 3D is cheap, but actually it's pretty expensive. The reason people think it's cheap is because, well, they probably cheap out on having the people, actually put some extra work into it.
But
nowadays it is a bit cheaper because they don't have to have everyone draw every frame. They can just have a computer model.
But yeah, so there are a lot of things that they were unable to include in Overlord in the anime, either because they were pressed for time, or something like that. Essentially, they were trying to fit as much as they could in these in like 13 episodes. So some scenes feel a bit weird. Like a good example is with the innkeeper in one of the episodes of season 1, where the innkeeper is kind of a bit kind of an asshole to Ainz, disguised as the Dark Hero Momon. But in the book, it's more understandable because he's just like, okay, what side of room do you want? And she's like, can I get separate rooms? And he's like, well, I don't think that's a good idea, since you're teammates and you'll probably actually. Essentially, they were talking about like rooms and stuff, but the anime, it made him seem like, oh, you're a new player, a new guy. I'm actually charging you more for it. When in reality, he's like, okay, so there's actually 2 of you. It's gonna cost you more. Yeah, I think it's a double, because it was a double room. Yeah. But for some reason, the anime just cut that out, even though it would just like minuscule. And then there's some other things where...
I mean, that's probably why they cut it out.
Yeah. But then there's some other things, like, what happened in season 2? What happened to those women that they rescued from the sex trafficking ring? Oh, it's possible that it was, so basically there is a character who essentially is Gap Moe. She has a persona of just the sweetest person ever, the golden princess, as you will. but it is a mask that hides a fucking psychotic genius level intellect that does not care about anyone except for this one person whom she adores, and is willing to just destroy anything and everything in order to be with him. So basically, this is... Alright, basically the princess is in love with her bodyguard. The bodyguard is like, I need to make sure that these girls are taken care of, and she's like, oh, you care about them, don't you? Okay. And then she uses her, like, underworld contacts to, I don't know, you know, actually...
Rough them out.
Yeah, no, she basically discreetly leaks that these survivors, there are survivors, to other members of the criminal organization, and they're like, oh fuck, we need to make sure that these people don't squeal. Yeah.
Yeah, they got rubbed out.
Yeah. There's other bits, especially with regards to certain scenes, how certain scenes were supposed to be, where the motivations for why certain characters are doing certain things, which unfortunately leads to certain people making assumptions about, like, Ainz, or, like, you know, like, oh yeah, Demiurge is so totally gonna betray the Bone Daddy, and then people are like, who actually read the books and are like, no,
Really
he's
Bone
not,
Daddy.
you stupid. I don't know.
Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy.
It's something that I've heard you being used.
Oh, yes,
to
I also
describe
heard that
Ainz.
too. I also
Yeah.
heard that too. Bone Daddy.
There's
I think
more
it's from the
information.
abridged episode.
Yeah.
Oh, good, they did.
Oh yeah. There's also some other stuff. Hell, the fucking movie, the Holy Kingdom movie, had certain scenes that were, like, just cut from the film that if they included it, it would have made, like, certain interactions make more sense. Which usually when you make something into a movie, it's because, yeah, we have a lot more time, a lot more manpower in order to get this thing out. It's possible it was just
So
for...
you're telling me that the arc that they cut out from the anime and put into a movie, they decided to
certain
cut stuff?
some things cut out that, if included, would have made certain scenes make sense.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember when watching the latest season of Overlord, I did kind of feel like I didn't really know where things were going, particularly. It kind of seemed like I was kind of
Also,
lost.
also, for some reason in the sub, they mistranslate Holy Kingdom to Theocracy, which is kind of confusing because there's another country called the Slang Theocracy, so it's just, like, very confusing for people, like, just watching it, doing a subs only. Certain folks who are like, we will watch it in original Japanese.
I remember watching a video from Natalie X Hunter where she mentioned that. And that was why I decided to pause on the anime and wait for the movie to come out.
Yeah.
Right?
But it sounds like a wasting my time. I mean, do you still recommend watching the series anyway?
Yeah, yeah, what they have made is pretty interesting and pretty fun. There's some fun, like, slice of life moments. Like when Ainz literally says, "Okay, everyone, mandatory day off." Quit. He's like, I want them to take better care of themselves, but they're like, "Oh no, to serve you is good enough, my lord." And he's like, "No, Because, so, Ainz's world, the world he's from, the version of Earth, is like, is a very dystopian future where, basically, a lot of his friends were just overworked and, or at the bottom run of society. The idea of working hard and you'll be able to be rewarded with like a better state of living was essentially a pipe dream for most. Or is that what it's the phrase? Pipe dream.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it was just a fantasy to most people. And also, the world was super polluted. Like, literally, you could not see the night sky because of all the smog. You couldn't even go out without having to wear a gas mask.
That sounds like information that I did not know when I was watching the anime. It sounds like they cut that out.
Sorry.
I don't.
Shit. What was that? Fuck. No. So basically, that's the reason why Ainz wanted all the denizens of Nazarick to either take breaks or have mandatory days off, because he's just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun. It's so wholesome seeing Ainz being like just hanging out with people or not having to be the. Oh, there's also the whole then there's other slice of life bits like Karn Village, that whole arc where I think her name is Nia.
Mm-hmm.
Naya. Basically, she is. I think No, her parents died when the slain theocracy tried to basically kill everybody and frame it as the Empire doing it. Anyway, well, basically, she ends up slowly but surely gaining levels in the commander skill tree or class tree or whatever.
Hold on, Erica. I hate to interrupt you, but probably need to move on.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm gonna keep explaining like little tidbits of the story to the point you're explaining the entire story.
Yeah.
Nefira literally invented a stamina potion so he could keep up with his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so there was
One
that.
does, yeah.
Anyway.
So, with that being
Oh
said.
yeah, and also you can do the whole read ahead from the anime because we can't guarantee that the rest of the light novel is going to be adapted into an anime.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, let us move on. Now, first, I just want to say, this is getting an anime this year. So everyone...
well, we're going to see Cockfighter the anime.
Yes! Cockfighter. Or, as it's actually called, Rooster Fighter.
I mean,
now,
literally, those two words mean the same thing.
Yes.
One is funnier to say.
Yes. Now, what you need to know is that this is big, muscular cock right here, whose entire thing is he goes around killing demons. And you see, humans
I get the feeling you were waiting to just say cock jokes.
Yes! This creates so much cock, it's not even funny. But anywho, as I was saying, so, basically it starts this guy, I forgot his name, by the way. All you need to know is that he was once just an average cock, minding his own cock business, doing cock things like shagging hens. Yes, that's literally chapter 1. We see him shagging a hen, as you do, because he's a Chad. And so as he, goes off to, kill a demon, he comes back and sees that this bitch is a whore, because she's cheating on him with another cock. Some women are just not satisfied with one cock, am I right? But anywho, with that being said, so this is a world where humans, if they get under too much stress, yes, just like that one manga Alex mentioned, they will become demons. Yeah, they will become demons. And they become these... Oh, wait, sorry. And they will become these ugly, grotesque monster demon creatures doing evil, grotesque monster demon creature thing. However, though, the world relies, even though it doesn't know it yet, the world relies on one cock to save the day. For you see, this cock has gone through massive cock training, like push-ups and other activities that a cock does to get stronger, harder, bolder, and faster. Yes,
You're telling me he did cock push-ups?
Yes, he did cock. And in case anyone's wondering, that is a Tenacious D reference.
Thank you.
Blah, blah. But anywho. So,
You only did one, because one's all you need.
so, as I was saying, basically, this should not work. But you see, you see, mangaka have this magical, amazing ability to turn the most batshit insane idea into something that is fun and exciting, and it grabs your attention. Because it's not just cocks and hens that are, basically able to talk and stuff like that. Every single void in this world has the ability to kind of, get in touch with their inner egg. Like, there is a lot of lore and depth into this. And as I'm reading the manga and I, caught up, I am absolutely surprised just how much lore is in it, because you got things like the inner egg, and you got like the chosen one. But it's like it shouldn't work, but it does, because the mangaka is a genius at creating something that is absurd but yet fun and interesting. And he gets another. Oh, by the way, fun fact. The voice actor for the anime, for the cock here, is Almighty. So yeah, you get to see All Might as a cock. Now, that was the last cock joke I had, I swear. But with that being said...
Hold on. I got one more for you.
Alright.
United States of Cock!
I love it. I fucking love it. 10 out of 10. Take a bow.
We all knew there was one more cock joke in yet.
But anywho, yes, again, this is a good manga by all means. The character designs are cool, the demon designs are amazing, the story is very interesting, and again, it grabs your attention. Even though it shouldn't work, it does. And you actually care about these, chickens and roosters and the world around. But with that being said, Abyssal, you're the next.
Yes. Look at this cover. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
We're talking about manga and comics that we want to read or share with other people. I haven't read a single word or other on this thing other than the cover and a brief little write-up on it, and I'm just like, I want to read this. This is how a cover sells you here. You got a samurai girl, you got a cowboy with a shotgun, there's some undead daimyo looking dude behind them. I mean, what more could you want from a story?
It looks like something you would find in a thrift in the books section of a used media, it looks like the media, something you'd find in the book section of like a thrift store or something, but you're like, oh my god, this looks so crazy, I'm gonna buy it, and then you read it, and you're like, oh my gosh, what the holy fuck, it's awesome. Because I have had several like book series where I have just been like, this looks very bizarre, I'm going to read it, then I'm like, oh wow, that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, no. So the brief synopsis describes it as the two characters on the front have been like damned to hell, and their journey and on their journey through the afterlife, they fall in love, and they're seeking, I guess, redemption. But yeah, no,
Like the
it's like
Gak-san?
I don't know, maybe.
There's a song by Gact called Redemption. I think it was like something he made specifically for Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Mm-hmm. But it's like I'm just like you look at this cover, and there's each one of us could probably come up with a different story about what this is about based on this cover, and each one of those things would be cool and awesome and worth watching.
My initial thought was like it's inspired by the original Star Wars film.
It's definitely got that look, but and that's the good thing about the way the original Star Wars was written and done. It's designed to be effectively timeless.
And
Because
from
that's
what I heard, it's kind of was somewhat inspired by one of the what is it? That one Japanese director who made.
I think you're right. It is Akira Toriyama.
No. Akira Toriyama is the guy who made Dragon Ball and Doctor Slump. Akira Kurosawa.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, there we go.
That is Kurosawa.
Yeah. Sorry, it started with the first name started with an A, so I'm like, what is it? Yeah, Kurosawa.
Anyway, Abyssal, continue.
Yeah, it's like if you want your series to be picked up, take the 10-year-old embrace that 10-year-old version of yourself that where it's like dinosaurs and rockets and swords are the coolest thing, and sell it on and channel that energy when designing your cover art.
Make it look like the cover for a very interesting, obscure science fiction film that gets shown at every local anime or sci-fi convention. Or was passed around in science fiction conventions in the 1980s.
This makes me want to do something I haven't done in a while and read an actual Western comic book. So
Nice. Is that it?
yes, and it does help that the series is pretty much complete from what I've heard. So
Oh, that was good. That was not a long read. Alright, now which one was...
there's more than an issue, but yeah.
Alright, now... Alex.
Hold on a second. This'll... I sent
Yes, I saw that. Ah, we got cute girl. We got cute girl on screen.
Yes. Now,
Okay, so this is... have I talked about this one before? Do you guys remember?
I don't think so.
Granted, series with pink-haired girls on the cover are pretty rare, so...
Okay,
Yeah.
so, this is a Tantalus Nana. It is, how do I describe it? It's kind of like, I want to say Danganronpa and My Hero Academia, if they were, like, mixed together, but it's kind of sort of not like that. But the series is basically, you have an island full of superpowered teenagers, and they're essentially there for training and stuff like that and whatnot, because the world at the moment is in a state to where they are unsure if they need to get a handle on folks with abilities and stuff like that and shun them, or maybe tried to, I guess, work with them or something like that. And on this island, you have the main character, Nana, who basically is, someone that's, I wonder if I should. That's, I feel like I can't talk about the series without going into spoilers.
I mean, in fairness, like, do what I do. Like, say, hype it up. That way it grabs their attention.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, the series also has an anime, but I would say it's not very good. Well, no, it's fine, but I feel like it's not. It definitely doesn't cover everything, and there's parts that are not adapted. It adapted well into the anime. I kind of wish it actually had more episodes, but I guess not everyone was interested in the anime. Yeah. So Nana here basically has power of she has the power of clairvoyance, I guess. That's what I would call it. And the main character is someone that is very weak, I guess. But we find out that he does have a power, and it's actually to negate other people's powers. And none of the transfer student is
What is this, magical index?
Magical index. I don't know. I mean, it could be.
Yeah, it's like a character or a dude who's completely average in every way, but in a world of people who have powers. But it turns out his power is to nullify other people's powers. That's the plot of magical index right there.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, there are some the students do have some pretty interesting abilities and whatnot. I think there's one that there's one that kind of has the same power as Uraka, but probably does not know how to turn it off. So some things happen. But like back to what I was saying. So the Nana and the main character get friendly with each other, and then Nana kills him by pushing him off a cliff. Why does she do this? Well, her mission in the story is that she's here to kill all the superpowered beings that are a threat to humanity, and she does this based on something on her phone that tells her future predictions of the amount of victims these guys will have. And of course later on you start to also question if this thing is even real, because I mean there's literally a character that can heal people. It's kind of like, I don't know how you can really have a body count if you're healing people.
I'm gonna heal you to death, then heal you.
Yeah, and so
yes, heal, but I wasn't hurt. Yes.
And so the first part is definitely a fake out with the main character, and we're basically following Nana for the story, and also another character who's a detective, and his power is basically being immortal. So Nana does indeed try to kill him, but he basically walks out of a flaming cabin just fine. So it basically the entire time it's basically
an ex-girlfriend I used to have.
Ayo.
Basically it's basically for a good chunk of the series, it's basically these two basically butting heads, and he's trying to expose her. It's like that. While she's trying to make sure nobody catches on to what she's been doing, because there's been a line told to the students that they're not the threats to humanity. There's actually a different threat to humanity, some kind of alien creature thing. But it turns out that the threat to humanity are actually the students, but that's a government conspiracy.
Goddamn government.
The threat to humanity you were always meant to be.
Hell yeah. Stick to the man.
None of what works with like some government military or something like that. And I'd say the series is interesting because of just how it is and stuff like that. Just the whole you got superpowered students, and you got someone that's trying to basically, essentially be. I don't want to say this, but I guess essentially it's kind of like the boys, I guess, but probably not
boys.
justified though. Very not justified at all.
When you say the boys, you talk about the TV show or just like just be one of the boys?
I just mean like the concept, you know, you're killing.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
I would say that's pretty much the interesting part, and the other interesting part is just seeing everyone's abilities and whatnot. Like, there's actually, like, Nana kills somebody that has time travel, and the way she does this is by she convinces him to time travel to a certain spot where she had dug a hole, and Guy falls into the hole, which froze over by the time he even teleports there, and yeah, so essentially he's trapped under water with a sheet of ice over it. So he was kind of fucked. Yeah, she's
sounds like an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So yeah, she's really creative with kills and stuff like that. But yeah, there's you definitely start to wonder about you definitely start to wonder if she's actually doing the right thing or not. I mean, there's actually some characters who actually were kind of pieces of shit. There's one character that basically, essentially, she was basically puppeteering a corpse around the school of a guy who she liked that she killed. And there's another guy who was going around murdering people. And he did this because he could basically what was it, astral project or something like that? Yeah, he basically turned into a spirit and stuff like that, and that was the reason why he probably didn't get caught. And he was gonna pin everything on Nana and stuff like that. I mean, he's kind of already doing that already, but still. Lots of twists and turns in here, and something does eventually happen later on where things start to escalate, at least with the whole, you know, controlling the superpowered folks and whatnot. But besides that, I'd say it's a really good read. It's really unfortunate the anime doesn't really go past the certain part of the manga, because really, I feel like certain things that lead to that part are really interesting, and maybe this anime might get a second season or something like that. I don't know. Maybe not.
That's definitely one episode we should do. Anime that should have gotten a second season, and anime that should never have seen the light of day.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
I like that idea. But anyway, let's go to the last one.
Okay, so this is Okaku Elf. It is a cozy slice of life manga about an elf that was summoned as a deity in the Edo period and was actually a good friend of the Tokugawa shogun. Was it just the one guy named Tokugawa, or was it multiple like members of his was there like a lineage, or was it?
It was a lineage, if I remember right. It was like over 100 years. Like, I don't want to say 200 years, but don't quote me on that.
It was the guy who basically made Edo the capital of Kyoto, essentially. Not Kyoto, Japan. Fuck. Sorry. My brain was like moved the capital from Kyoto to Edo, but my brain mixed everything up.
Everything gets mixed up once Ieyasu moved the capital.
Yeah. And for some reason, Kyoto people still act like they're hot shit. For some reason. Anyway, oh yeah, Kyoto people are very just full of themselves, from what I understand. They also really hate people from Osaka.
Okay.
Osakans and Kyoto. Oh, anyway. So basically, the elf, Elda, who is the enshrined deity of the temple, the Shinto temple or shrine, is a complete recluse and fucking an otaku who is terrified of people going outside and would rather stay inside her shrine, play video games, eat junk food, and basically build and paint gunpla. Essentially. A lot of the episode is just, it's a slice of life anime, but you also get to learn about life during the Edo period. And how certain aspects of modern day Japanese life have not changed much from their counterparts during the Edo period. The anime adaptation, I think, stops at volume 6 or 7, but there are, I think it goes up, it's gone up to, it's still ongoing. The manga's still ongoing, but I think they're at volume 10. Yeah, I think it's at volume 10. I still need to buy the latest volume of the manga. It's one I'm actively collecting as soon as each new volume comes out. It's really wholesome, and it's a cozy manga to just read. I think the latest one we meet... So there's other elves that were summoned during the Edo period. There's the dark elf, Yoru? No. Yol. It starts with I think it starts with a Yold. Is that it? Sorry, it's been a while. Who is this like small, very energetic and also directionally challenged dark elf girl who's just super excited over everything. Kind of a bit of a 180 from Elda. There is... there's one... I'm not really familiar with the places, but there's another elf who is like this beautiful looking, elegant woman. Unfortunately, she has a chronic gambling addiction, and her like literal intro episode, she gifts them this grass, this medicinal herb she found on the side of the road because she had gambled all of the money meant to buy gifts on, I think, lottery scratchers. Or, I don't know, or was it some sort of lottery system? But basically that
Spend all our money on gotcha.
Gotcha!
But basically she has just a chronic gambling addiction. And actually I think she kind of reminds me of Tsunade from Naruto, in which she just loses so much. Like most of the time she just loses. There was a time she won. She won once, twice, and then lost everything. It's like my luck is amazing. Surely a third time will give me even more. And then like, you lost it, didn't you? Yes. Yeah. But now the recent one is the elf is originally was a fucking sukeban. And those who don't know what a sukeban, it is the female equivalent. Essentially, it's a female delinquent in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, most people don't know what the terminologies for certain things are. Heck, they barely know what a neat is. Like a proper, what it actually means. And not just... No, it means... I mean, otaku could be a neets, but not all neets are... Not all otakus are neets, but a lot of neets are otaku.
I'm joking.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, not a lot of people understand terminologies in Japan. Oh, they don't know what a otokonoko is. They just... anyway. before I open that can of worms, so basically, yeah, Otaku Elf. It is a very fun, cozy slice of life manga that I highly recommend you watch, read. There's an anime of it, adaptation of it, that you can watch on High Dive or on any other third-party site. And if you prefer not to pay for a High Dive subscription.
But, alright then.
Yeah.
So, that was the manga we all suggest that you read because, well, for one reason or another, they are awesome, great, amazing, or they deserve the love and attention. And in final conclusion, the ones that we mentioned, especially Alex's, they were all really good, and I hope you, the viewers, also enjoyed them and will give them a try. Especially, I'm not just saying this because it was me, but the ones that I mentioned were new. They came out, either last year or whatever, and they do deserve some love. Like, I could have went horny instead, Reincarnation Colosseum, Rose and Goten Saga, but I figured, nah, you know what? I'm gonna be a wholesome, chungus today, alright? And give you anime or manga that is, well, to be honest, that's really, the ones that I mentioned, there's really no lewdness. There's, like, yeah, sure, the first manga that I told you about, the Mommy Dummy does have some big old bitties, but it's, never really, turn into something lewd. It's just, she just so happens to have big old bitties. Which...
Now, stop talking about yourself.
But anywho. So, what are your guys' final conclusion?
Sometimes it's good, or even better, to go read the source material for an anime. Or you can read... Oh, fuck, I should have also recommended Dominion Tank Police. Because the anime is not an adaptation of the actual source material, but an original, either a sequel or prequel of the manga.
I mean, let's be fair, Erica. You recommend Dominion Tank Police with about every fifth breath.
I mean, to be fair, it's an amazing OVA series.
Yes. But anyway,
Masamune Shiro is fucking awesome.
But Bissell, what is your conclusion?
Well, I mean, we all have some good ones that we like. A lot of these have been given an anime series, so some people think they have. Alright, so let's wrap it up so I can rant about Star Trek.
Alright, Bissell, what is your in conclusion?
New Trek sucks. Oh, yes. Oh, anyway.
Not Bissell, sorry, Alex, I'm gonna say Alex.
Star Wars fans, first time.
But Alex, what is your in conclusion?
I didn't do a very good job of talking about World Embryo, but I do think it's pretty interesting for I think it's a seinen? No, it might be shonen. But overall, most of the ones I talked about are from different years. I think World Embryo was from probably 2010 maybe. The Pokemon Adventures was from I think that was from either the 80s or the 90s. Famous Nana is definitely a one from the 2010s. Don't know. I think it's mid 2010s probably. So that one's kind of fairly new, plus it's still going on at the moment. So if you haven't started or if you watched the anime and you want to see more of it, then I do recommend reading anime. And I do agree with her because sometimes the anime doesn't exactly have some certain things that the manga kind of leaves, or not leaves in, but the manga kind of shows and whatnot.
Alright.
So I definitely recommend checking out the source material if you want to what's the word, if you want to see more of the story that you that you watched. I didn't have a better way of saying that.
Oh, fuck, I also could have recommended Elf-Son Came to Diet, since the anime kind of either left out some pretty important stuff, or did not adapt it at all.
The anime looked pretty stuffed with things to me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but, like, they completely omoted Medusa, they did
They
things
left out
of order, so
They
it
left out
really
the booty spank scene. The mochi
Yeah,
booty
they're-
spank scene.
Literally, one of my mutuals on Twitter has that panel as their, I think, Twitter
Banner.
banner or whatever it's called.
Base. But okay, everyone.